welcome to my video. In this video we are going to look at object-oriented programming in Python. So if you're watching for the first time, remember to subscribe, like and share this video. Well, in this video I'm going to make it very simple so that you do understand the meaning of object-oriented programming. Okay, so I'll keep it very simple. So now, the most important thing to understand, first of all, in object-oriented programming, we have what is called a class, okay, and an object. So the class is sort of like this template, and then the object is now the actual thing that we want to implement. So what you're going to do is we will look at this example 2, and you look at so the keyword that you use when you want to create a class. Okay, so in object-oriented programming we use classes. So you write the keyword class space and then the name of this class. In this case, let's say school. Okay, now you can see that the word school is starting with a capital letter S. This is just the standard, but it's not something that you just have to stick with, but it's better stick with the standard. So you put the full colon and then you enter there now. So now what you're going to have is you're going to have a method, or rather a function, sort of like an automatic function. Okay, so this function is actually what is going to help us put maybe some of the properties, or rather the variables that you're going to use in the object. Those properties are the ones that you're going to attach to the object. So you say def, then you say space, underscore, underscore. So that is a 2 underscore, and then you say init. Okay, so this is the word that is the shortcut from initialization. Again, underscore, underscore. Then in bracket now there is a keyword called self. So this word can be called anything, okay, but let's just stick to the standard. So self, and then you can say what's the name of this school. Now those are the properties, or rather the variables that you're going to come and use and map them in coding out the object. Then I'm going to say location, so where we will be looking at the location of the school. So this is a standard of creating a class in Python. So the first thing is you create this class which is named school, and then second there is this thing that you have to always create, which is def, or rather that's the keyword for defining, or rather writing a function. So define a function, and then you have init underscore underscore init underscore underscore, and then in the bracket now you specify what kind of properties you want to come and implement when you reach at the stage of creating what is called an object. So the first, this word self, it can be anything. Okay, so it can be, you can just say n, but this doesn't make sense, so we stick to self. Okay, now after doing that, now we'll come down there. Now we'll be able to say this now sort of like map this self dot, so I want to access now that is equal to the name of that school, and then another self dot location equals to location of that school. So these are more like the properties. Okay, so on your left you have a variable, okay, and then on the right you have this thing which is going to be mapped on. Okay, now after that, that's all you needed to do. Okay, that's all you needed to do. And the second thing now, or rather the third thing, is you go outside the class. You can see the lines that is able to direct you if you're within the class or outside the class, or rather the other function. So now at this stage now we are going to create an object. So this object now, since the class is a school, and then you could have different kind of schools, okay, but I just want to maybe come up with a list of schools. Okay, So create an object. So I'm going to say school. I can say we can have what was your school, okay, then we can say my school equals now to that class. So we are now assigning this object to the class that has been created above there. And then now this class has got the name, okay, as well as the location. So what is the name of the school? For example, my school is Quito Boys, okay. So you can see that I only have two properties, so the name and the location. So you can't have more than what is defined in the method on the initialization there. So then I can now put location. Quito Boys is found there in Quito. So now I don't want to create as many objects as I can, but you can do that. So this is an object, okay. So this object is now what is going to instantiate this class, okay. It's more like you are able to access now that class by creating an object variable. So what I'm going to do now is print the details of the object, okay. So the object is a real thing, so this school is a real thing, the location of this school is a real thing. Quito and Quito Boys do exist, so you're just sort of like dealing with that. And then what you can do is now just say I'm now going to say print, okay. So I'm going to say print now, and I say my school, and then how are you going to access? So I just want to access, because I have two properties, I have the name as well as the school. So I just want to start by accessing the name of the school. So I say my school dot and then the name. So this will bring out Quito Boys, and then also I can print for the location, okay. So my school dot location, and this will bring out Quito, okay, because this location is just right there, and then also the school name is just right there, okay. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to so I'm now going to, so I'm using, by the way, I'm using Sublime. So if you're using Sublime and then maybe you're following through what I'm doing, you can just punch Control B, okay. So now you can see that Quito Boys and then also Quito. If I want, I can just simply say, so name is, so I can just do that, okay. And then also I'm just trying to sort of like you know, try to mend it so that somebody can know that the name of the school is Quito Boys, the location is that. So here I can just say located in okay. So this will come out located in Quito, name is that. So you can just say okay. So let's run this. Control B in Sublime. Okay, so now we have school name is Quito Boys, located in Quito. So you can have as many objects as possible. So otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Please remember, subscribe, like and share this video. Thank you so much.